So, remember what I said in the previous video where mentioned that I had this joke of, hey, it feels like Comic-Con is trying to be EA. Well, earlier today, I think it proved my point. I did want to talk about, I've been meaning to get to this video, and yeah, after the announcement for Justice League Godzilla vs. Kong, we had some more kaiju-centric news involving one of those members of the party. And that is, we're getting a new Kong game called Skull Island: The Rise of Kong. So Skull Island: Rise of Kong doesn't really look like it's going to follow any in particular continuity, but it does share some continuity that made me go, what? I was going to talk about this actually, but I had to leave for work early, and some other news came out that made me go, all right, I will talk about that first and still give my thoughts on the Kong video game. So like I said, this doesn't look like it's going to follow Skull Island or maybe loosely the 33 film. But this is going to talk about the origin, like, the game apparently is going to have, like, a God of War feel, where it's a AAA game that involves, where basically you play Kong, like a young Kong who's here to avenge his parents. And who is he avenging the death of? I mean, who's he taking his vengeance out on? That's a better structured sentence. Who is he fighting? Like, who is he usurping from the current king of Skull Island? And that is Ga. Now, if you don't know who Ga is, Ga was the original, in the original books that connected to the 33 film, Ga was the original god of Skull Island. He was the ruler of Skull Island who murdered the Kongs. He killed off Kong's race, including his parents. This, until eventually Kong grew up and usurped him. So it does look like we're following that story. And I was actually surprised that Ga is the main villain, because Ga is such an obscure part of Kong lore that it's really surprising to see that. Not only that, but it does look like I said, while it is taking its own continuity, it does look like it's going to involve, like, dinosaurs and a mixture of a little bit of current MonsterVerse Skull Island, where it's like twisted monster versions of animals. So I think that's really cool. They're kind of like blending the 33 film with this idea of having a with Skull Island. Like, basically MonsterVerse and 33 film have been more or less been fused together into just one form. Like, it's just like it's been put together, and I've always liked that. I've always kind of wanted that, and to have that in a video game form is actually really cool. I really like the idea of that being the main focus. Now, the major thing here is, like I said, that this is going to be like a AAA game by all intents and purposes, where it's a third person, and you are going to play Kong, and you're going to help him, like, grow and grow stronger to finally overthrow Ga. But along the way, you're going to encounter, like, the other major animals and megafauna of Skull Island. I think that's really cool that we're kind of we're really playing with the idea, because we haven't really had a King Kong game since, holy shit, 2006. Yeah, we have not had a King Kong game since 2006, and that was, hang on, it's right here, this game. Yeah, we haven't had a King Kong game, at least to my knowledge, and don't say, like, oh, we've had games, it's just downloadable, puzzle games. Those don't count. I'm talking like a full-on King Kong game, and that was the Peter Jackson's King Kong movie adaptation game, which is actually pretty fire. In fact, there are parts of this that I wish we got more of in the movie itself. Anyway. Where was I? Oh, right. So it is cool that we're getting an official Kong game and having such a lot of lore to it. I also like they also said that there's going to be, like, some special features, like you can get like alternate skins for Kong, and there's going to be a total. I think they said, like, I read somewhere it's going to be like 10 alternate skins for Kong. So I'm wondering of, like, what 10 Kongs you could get. I don't know if they're going to get Toho or a Mechanic Kong. I don't know if I would be shocked if they did get a alternate skins of Toho's Kong or Mechanic Kong. could we get? It would be kind of like, I think it'd be cool if we got 70s Kong, like the King Kong from the 70s movie, like a black and white version for that to be like a film noir version of the 33 Kong. Definitely a Skull Island one. I think like there's a lot of potential, and I know like I'm never a big fan of alternate skins because it's always just a bitch and a half to like try to collect them. But at the same time, it's kind of cool that they're trying to put so much Kong lore into this game. It's kind of like more proof that this is like this is being made by fans for fans. So this is definitely a game I'm gonna get. They did say it's gonna be for Xbox, and I'm not trying to say like Xbox is better than PS4. That's just my console, and I don't have enough money to get more than one console. I don't make a lot of money here. Anyway, but you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this King Kong game announced? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? Are you guys excited for... Because I know some other fans out there who are deep lore fans. Are you guys excited that Gau's the big villain? Are you hoping to see other, like, Skull Island lore creatures out there? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.